Shalom. This is Haru. This is Marfugal News, and this is fair use for learning and teaching purposes. I'm gonna show y'all a couple videos, and then I'm gonna tell you what's going on. All right, here go the first one.
So what are we looking at here? We've got a Dropbox link with some video.
Yes, that was a video taken between Guthrie, Kentucky and Adams, Tennessee. It's not very far from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. My parents have lived in that area for about 25 years, and we just don't see movement like that. I usually see it in a different part outside of Fort Campbell, but not through that area. So it's very unusual, and before the video started, there was lots of tanks that we've seen before even started the video.
And by the way, I'm playing this with the sound very low. You pretty much get the drift of it. The very beginning of this is all tanks, and then it goes to the fuel trucks, the generators. There, I can see some power cells, some transformers, and then you've got these almost more looking urban Jeep type things. Look at those. These are. What do you guys think? Are these made for Ryan or Ryak, or are these made for Detroit? You really don't know now. So where did you take this video? Is there a certain highway or a certain place?
Yes, it's Highway 41 going out of Guthrie, Kentucky towards Adams, Tennessee. It's a little bitty small community. Me and my husband have also noticed a lot more airplanes flying in and out of Fort Campbell, because being close to Fort Campbell, we see helicopters and planes all the time. There just seems to be a lot more of them now.
Wow, look at that. And then the very end looks like right there I don't know if that's the back of a train or if that's a power transformer. Wow, incredible. And look at the coloring. They're green. Incredible catch there. Candy is a great video. We're going to share this, and everyone can have access to this on marfugalnews.com. If you go down to the caller section, this video will be available soon.
Hold on. Here's the next one.
And it helps us so much. All right, getting into the next story, we have 1 million pounds funding to tackle space debris, which could destroy the ISS.
Now, what did I tell you about the Earth?
Do this story real quick. I'm gonna actually have to.
So
I'm gonna have to grab
know
a cord
the
here.
space debris is a lie.
Something's gonna run out. Dex, can you cover this? It's the 1 million pounds funding to tackle space debris.
Yeah, absolutely, Adam. So the first thing that comes to my mind is just the fact that there is space debris out there that can actually destroy the ISS. So that actually means there's a threat, and there's this obviously a significant threat.
You heard the keyword threat. There's a threat.
But apparently, space debris that is orbiting Earth from satellites is a growing problem which threatens the future of human space exploration. To tackle this issue, the business secretary, Alok Sharma, has announced a £1 million in funding via the UK Space Agency, UKSA, for 7 space cleaning programs. Astronomers are concerned that the high-value craft in the low Earth orbits, such as the International Space Station, could actually be destroyed by a rogue piece of debris. Now, it's interesting, as we've been talking about these air leaks. We've seen 2 different air leaks. There's one now, I think they're still trying to discover. I haven't heard yet if they found the actual source and are able to solve it. But these air leaks, in theory, are probably
how do you get an air leak?
A small piece of debris that is penetrating
in a
through
vacuum.
The space station.
Even if it's in a station, wouldn't that be important?
Monitoring and tracking small pieces of debris which could be hurtling towards the multi-million-pound satellite. So, again, this is It's sort of an obvious problem.
They
when
got
you
a
think
million
about all
pounds of
the
trash
junk, I
in outer
guess, that
space.
we
That's what they telling you,
launch
which
up
we know there
into
is no outer space.
orbit, and we see a lot of it fall back down to Earth. But
And what you
there's a
call
lot of
heavens.
these things,
Listen.
and I think they probably track the big stuff like the old satellites, the old rocket bodies, things that are large. They know where those are, but there's also a lot of junk. We've also seen explosions up there where satellites have blown up, things like that, and that creates a lot of extra garbage that they may not know. And if that stuff comes around, at 14,000 miles per hour or 10,000 miles per hour, that's a lot. It's pretty fast, and depending on what's in its path, that could be a big deal.
Well, and Dex, as far as the stuff coming out, goes back to this stuff that we're seeing fall out of the sky. Everybody across the world, if you're on Twitter, people from across the planet post these weird things coming out of the sky, and some of them don't even look like it. Again, we saw a video last night that was some weird rocket looking thing. So you get to the point where, how many times are people going to see this stuff without saying, hey, what the hell is this? So, could be space trash. Well, thank you so much for covering that again, Dex. Much appreciated.
No problem.
And if you guys, again, want to protect...
Okay, we're going to go on to the next video. All right, here's the next video.
At a time, how's everybody out there? May I say prayers?
Sorry about the moving, y'all.
For peace and safety to you,
Get
your
tired
family,
from holding this phone.
Dex, the amazing mods, and this wonderful Fugle fam.
Well,
I want you to hear what he's saying.
I appreciate it. Now, can you explain what you shared with us today? It looks like these are photos.
Yes, so I'm a truck driver, and I watch the weather all the time just to make sure I'm not running into anything rough. And this morning I checked out the weather, and I went to the radar and the cloud layers, and I noticed that pretty much the whole country, the United States, was covered in clouds with the exception of Louisiana, a little bit of East Texas, and a little bit of southern California and Arizona. And so I panned out to get a global picture, and pretty much every continent out there was covered in clouds with the exception of Africa. And I thought that was really strange because that's where all the major storms come from. And it just kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies, you know what I mean? It was just weird. I've never seen that before.
And his spirit.
So, and again, this is something that you look at almost every day, and you're saying, how is this even possible? Look at that. The entire United States, entire Canada. This would definitely fuel somebody who was saying that clouds are covering up something in space.
You hear that,
or
right?
something heading our way.
Okay. So, you need to hear that no more. I'm going to go to the next one. Okay, here go to the next one. Whew, my arm is killing me.
Maybe it's only on phones. Anyways, he's digging these tunnels under Vegas and other cities. Something's going on. All right, and then back to the actual article. It says Elon Musk's tunnel under Las Vegas for self-driving cars is
He said
almost
under
complete.
Vegas and
For
other
most of
cities,
2020,
he's
Elon
digging
Musk
tunnels.
has dominated news headlines for SpaceX rocket launches and Tesla's wild stock movement. It says so much that so that it's easy to forget that another Musk-owned transportation venture, the Boring Company, has also been making rapid progress. On Tuesday, Musk announced on Twitter that after a full year in the making, the Boring Company's first operational loop tunnel in Las Vegas is almost done. Tunnels under cities. Self-driving electric cars will feel like warp drive. The entrepreneur.
Okay, I don't have to show you no more of that one. Going to the next one. Here's the next one.
Historic statue of Jesus on church altar.
Ooh, look what
This is
happened.
also the time we live in, where people have no respect.
Fuck, they
They
respect.
don't have any respect for anyone else's beliefs, and that's kind of
What the Most High say, tear them down.
incredible.
Good.
It says the diocese said the incident occurred at St. Patrick's Cathedral around 10 a.m. on Tuesday while the church was open for prayer. We are saddened to announce that the vandalism at St. Patrick's Cathedral earlier today.
Listen what they did.
Pictures show that the head of Jesus was decapitated on the church altar.
They cut it off
the left
on
hand
the altar.
and arm was also broken off and lay in the marble ground. The base of the figure was also disconnected. Tiny pieces of the statue lay all around the smashed figure. Police are continuing their investigation.
They're looking for
this is what it
idol
used to look like.
killer.
This is actually a very well-known statue in this area as far as the church.
So, you know, they're going to say, I think the Most High knocked that motherfucker down. I'm just being honest with you. I think he sent the angel to knock him down. Because who's going to be able to pick up that big behind statue? Can you imagine how much that thing costs? I mean, what? So, now, first video, right? What was the first video about? The first video was, oh man, I got a bad memory. All my memory's horrible. I just knocked down something. So the first video was with the tankers and stuff, right? So they move in all these tanks to somewhere in Kentucky, right? That's the first thing, right? So if you get Hebrew Christians, they're going to tell you, oh, the Antichrist. That's what they're going to tell you. Of course they are. Okay, the second one was, what was the second one? Oh, the second one was about the clouds, right? The, you know, America's covered in clouds. And the third one was about Elon Musk making his cities underground. And the third one was about dude getting decapitated, right? So peep game, y'all. Listen to this. Number one, they move in all they witch comes for the final fight. They getting close as they can because remember the Most High said it's coming out of the east. We're in the east. So they're getting ready to try to fight the Father off. Secondly, what do the chariots cloak themselves mostly in? Clouds. The whole America's covered with clouds. Then that means the whole America's covered with ships. There's ships up there, all over the place. This is why we can't see up there in that lake. That's why there's clouds everywhere. They know this. That's why they're getting scared. And then you got my man building his cities underground, like the scripture says. We will dig them out of their holes, right? In the rocks. There you go. That's what we're going to be doing. They're about to run down there, y'all. You know? And then the one with the idol getting destroyed, well, we already know. Yeah, regardless if somebody did vandalize it or the Most High sent the angel to knock it down, this is what's supposed to happen. And I'm glad because he said their religion is going to get tore down and they're going to be looking for something to serve. So, and that's when he's going to hand them over to them demons. So, you know, it is what it is. But I wanted y'all to see that pretty much, the outer space thing. So you're looking at the outer, like think about that. They're talking about trash debris in outer space that's moving at 14,000 miles per hour. If you believe that mess, there's something wrong with you, number one. Number two, they said a threat from outer space. Well, why do you think they're doing it? Come on, man. Those ships are up there. The clouds is up there covering them. They telling you. They didn't, you know, they started a space force. And then there's another video. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. And that one's talking about they moved all these long-range missiles to Alaska. These artillery tanks. What do you think they're going to be shooting up into? They're going to try to fight him. He said he is. He said he's going to knock them off in 30 minutes. Remember? The Most High said he's going to destroy their military in 30 minutes. So think about that. They're setting up. This whole video was showing you that they're setting up the fight. The chariots are concealed. November is going down. The chariots are concealed. They're setting up the fight. The chariots are concealed. They telling you they're here about to come, right? They letting you know they're just making it up, making up their little space laws and stuff like that. And when they lose, their ass is gonna run into their cities underground, and that's when we're gonna dig them out, straight out. You know, they told you all this in one video. That's what the Most High talking about discerning stuff, you know, letting your spirit, letting the Holy Spirit tell you what's going on instead of you telling yourself what's going on. All right, y'all. Let me know what you think. Shalom.